Previously on Way Better Than Fingers.
Are you serious? This guy's 10 pounds of trouble in a 5-pound bag. You know you can't trust him.
Quiet!
Well, why don't we dock somewhere and catch up? There's a nice little solar system just a few... Crap! How did she track me here? I must be getting old.
Don't tell me, let me guess. Joxawana Joe, right?
And she's not alone. There must be 100 ships out there.
Hey, no fair! We don't even have shields!
Are you kidding me? One hit and there won't be enough of your ship left to put in a shot glass!
Zynga, can you extend your shields to protect us?
Of course I can, but that's not going to hold up against 100 gunships.
Just do it!
Full shields now! Cover both ships!
Not You're under arrest. Power down and prepare to be boarded.
Is that the only song she knows?
Hey, stop shooting at us! Whatever it is that you think we did, I can assure you it's just a big misunderstanding. Hey, stop shooting! I haven't broken any laws. I'm just a simple cargo merchant. You can board my ship and see for yourself.
Cargo merchant? Isn't that Zynga G? He's the most wanted pirate in this dimension.
Pipe down, Jimmy. We're the interdimensional police. We didn't come here to waste time with the local galactic scum. Zynga's not a problem. We're here for Cassini.
Local scum?
She's not exactly known for her charm.
Charm be damned. I'm the greatest pirate in the history of the 12 latitudes. Target that ship and blast it back to the dimension she came from.
That was predictable.
We're hit in the aft power section. The fleet generator's going offline.
Then get it back online, damn it!
Fleet generator?
There's a tech support call coming in on line 1.
Fred?
Hi. Just wanted to let you know I'm sending John over to fix that coolant leak.
Now's not really the best time.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's going on over there with all that noise? Are you guys having a party? Nobody ever invites me to the parties.
What the hell? Fred, you said this was a coolant leak. That sounds a lot like we're being shot at.
You worry about the coolant leak. We'll take care of the shooting. Boss, got any ideas on this whole shooting thing?
How are we supposed to outrun 100 IDP ships? We don't even have a working DE.
How many ships did you say? I'm seeing 1.
1?
Exactly 1. The rest must have been some kind of holographic projection.
Not Cassini. Power down and prepare to be boarded. There's no escape for you this time. You're surrounded. We have over 100 ships.
No, you don't.
Do 2.
Do not.
Do 2.
Do not.
Do 2, damn it!
Hey, Zing, she's bluffing. Let her have it.
I can see that for myself. Fire all batteries! Blast that meddlesome ship to pieces!
Oh, crap.
But we've got good shields, right?
Hopefully. Timmy, fire everything we've got.
Hopefully?
Was that the DE kicking in? Where's John?
He's supposed to be working on the coolant leak. Hey, John! What the heck are you doing back there?
I'm trying to fix the coolant leak, but someone's got things all screwed up between the main engine and the dimensional one. The DE keeps trying to kick in. Fred, are you seeing this? And I want a raise.
My readings are all confused. I thought the DE was completely dead, but it looks like it's trying to interact with the other systems. If it engages in the middle of a firefight, you might find yourself in some strange territory.
What do you mean strange?
What part of interdimensional do you not understand?
Damn it, Fred, I'm a mechanic, not a transdimensional physicist. You mean we're gonna start jumping through dimensions?
It's not at full power. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll just see the refrigerator turn into a giant penguin.
Penguin?
That's actually a best-case scenario.
Screw this! I say every man for himself. Good luck, L. If you make it out of here alive, you know where to find me. Intergalactic drive now! Get us the hell out of here!
Well, there goes Zynga. And our shields.
Typical.
So how are we going to...
Hey, guys, you think we can get this thing to stay on long enough to get us out of here?
I don't think that would be advisable in its current state.
Do you really think getting shot at with no shields is more advisable? Alright, so if I connect these two...
That is a very bad idea. The DE wasn't meant to interface with...
Where'd they go? They just disappeared. I thought they didn't have a working DE. I mean, isn't that what they were trying to steal in the first place?
Are you kidding me? How did they manage that? Timmy, bring up the interdimensional scanner. They can't get away that easily. This ship can outrun them no matter what dimension they bounce to.
Detective, Jocks, what's with these weird readings? There's blips all over the place. I've never seen anything like it. Is this scanner broken?
What the... It looks like they're skipping through a different random dimension every second or two. That can't be right.
What should we do?
Well, she's obviously not here. Bring the ship off alert and let's get out of here. I have an idea where we can get some answers. And see if you can fix that damn scanner!
Intergalactic police, please hold. Intergalactic police, please hold. Intergalactic... The Xenon 5? What about them? Yes, I know they're a popular band. No, ma'am, you're not a winner. No, ma'am, this is not a radio station. This is a police station. No, ma'am, we haven't arrested them. And what would you do with free t-shirts anyway? Your species doesn't have arms. Or brains, apparently. Intergalactic police, please hold. Intergalactic police, please hold.
Jocks 1 and Joe followed the Slipper Tech house and got the jump on Zynga G. Should probably get a bonus for that one.
Actually, as far as the IDP is concerned, Zynga is your problem. They only care about pirates who cross dimensional boundaries. Besides, things didn't exactly go her way.
You mean they got away? Again?
Well, and mind you, I'm just going on second-hand information here, but I heard that while Zynga was firing on Jocks' ship, the Slipper Tech house just blipped out of existence.
You mean like a dimensional jump? I thought you said the Slipper Tech people were trying to get their hands on a DE, not that they already had one. You getting sloppy, Albie. You used to be better at keeping your stories straight.
Hey, I was just as surprised as you. Besides, I can only tell you what I hear. You know, it's not like those Slipper Tech people tell me everything. I mean, after all, I'm just a home automation salesman.
Yeah.
But it sure sounds like they have a DE to me. Except, from what I hear, it wasn't a dimensional jump. They kind of flickered in and out a few times. 1 second they're there, the next they're gone, then they're back again. Personally, I think those Slipper Tech guys are experimenting with some strange new technologies. And you know how unpredictable that can be. Dimensional engines aren't that stable to begin with.
John, what did you do? We're hopping all over the place. Make it stop. Just stabilize us in one dimension, would you?
We can't even access the controls. Every dimension we're in changes them into different substances.
You're not kidding. Is this blob of goo what's left of the interdimensional... Okay, wait. It now looks like an octopus with dozens of... okay. Now it looks like an engine again. Will it hold?
And the DE just died again.
Navigator, where are we?
You're not gonna believe this.
I don't think she's in the mood for guessing games.
Navigator!
Right back where we started. Okay, not the exact same location, perhaps, but we're in the same dimension and still not far from Earth.
Given the way the DE was acting, I think you should consider yourself lucky that you all didn't turn into giant mushrooms. John, maybe you shouldn't be fooling around with...
After all that's happened, you're gonna blame John? It sounds like he's the one who just saved our skin. And what do you mean, mushrooms? What's with that thing? And did I just see my couch turn into a multicolored snake? Or am I losing my mind?
Yep, that was a snake, all right. Some dimensions are weirder than others. You get used to it.
$20 says I don't. And what about this Jocks person? Is she still out there? The last I heard, we no longer have any shields. I may not be a hardware guy, but that seems like a bad thing to me.
I can't get a fix on her. There's no telling where she is.
Yeah, she's always hacking illegal tech into that ship of hers. She probably has some kind of cloaking device.
You know, for a cop, she has a rather casual relationship with legalities.
You mean she's gone?
And Zynga too. Nice of him to just leave us hanging like that.
You guys are pirates, and you're surprised Zynga actually acted like one?
Oh, they're not really pirates.
Well, technically.
You do tend to acquire the things you need at gunpoint.
Hey, we don't use guns!
How can you be a pirate and raid ships if you don't even have any guns? What, do they just pull over and give you their ships because you ask nicely?
That's closer to the truth than you might think.
You're kidding.
Actually, being an interdimensional crew does have its advantages. Everyone in this dimension assumes it's the only one there is, since that information is classified. So the technology we have usually comes as a bit of a surprise to our
victims,
donors,
benefactors.
Pirates.
Hey, we're not pirates! That's just the way people look at things in this dimension. Where we come from, the sharing of resources is perfectly normal.
In this dimension, it's called stealing.
Potato, potato. But yeah, they're really touchy about that sort of thing here. That's why I'm trying to find my way back home.
Find?
You remember your comment about joyride?
Yeah.
This is what happens when you ignore tradition.
Hey, a girl should be able to choose, right? Just because I didn't want to settle down and raise babies.
Babies?
We reproduce just like any other species. You have a better word for it?
How can you reproduce if you don't have a body?
Actually, our method of intimacy involves...
Anyway, I just wanted to see the world, find out what other things there might be to do with my life. Sure, things haven't exactly worked out the way I expected, but...
That's what happens when you stow away on an interdimensional cargo ship.
Look who's talking. That's where she met us,
Don't remind me. I'm still trying to forget the image of you taking over a 900-pound Sorwellian Gonjo slug and trying to do the mating dance of the Galwhite fairies. That certainly got everyone's attention.
Okay, sure, we had a little trouble blending in.
A little? If Elsie hadn't shown up and made the ship's navigation system reboot, I think those guys were going to roast you on a spit and have you for dinner.
Hard to argue with that. Of course, once she took over the entire ship's software systems and convinced the crew to follow her, we finally had a home. I still feel bad about what happened to the captain. But hey, it was his idea to hide in a cage with a bunch of answars that were on their way to a breeding farm.
You hijacked the ship?
Borrowed.
And we gave it right back. I mean, after we found a better one.
That broken down cargo ship? Yeah, that worked out great. Except for the small detail of their defective dimensional engine going crazy and blasting us who knows how many jumps from home, wherever home is.
It's bad form to criticize the captain.
Which is another reason that DEs are illegal in most dimensions. It's not exactly the most stable of technologies. One glitch and no telling where you'll end up, or what your body will be made out of. I mean, for those of us who have bodies.
You mean we're lost?
Of course not. I just don't know the exact location of our home dimension. But we were making great progress.
Until someone crossed the wires and blew out our DE. Fortunately, Earth is a technological society. So we were able to keep posing as software until we tried to find a way off that rock.
Yeah, so I've always wondered, how did you manage to get your hands on the DE anyway? It's not like they grow on trees and the police don't seem too happy about you having one.
Smugglers, of course.
And not just any smugglers. Interdimensional ones. Turns out they can also sell home automation upgrades.
You mean that con artist also sold you a dimensional engine? No wonder the thing is so flaky. Everyone knows you can't trust a smuggler.
Hey, Jimmy's our friend.
But Marty's not wrong. You can't expect a mongoose to change its triangles.
Mongo what?
Tigers and stripes.
Right.
Another dimensional shift?
Half a dozen, all at once. I'm just glad we keep coming back to a reality that I can understand.
Certainly better than you understand engines.
Boss, we need to do something about that DE before we all end up as a pile of goo in some dimension that worships milkshakes.
So now what? You got another ship, or should I say you've hijacked another one. If you manage to fix the DE before we all turn into moderately intelligent balls of light, how do you plan on finding your way home? And can you drop me off on Earth before you do? I'd rather pay off a mortgage on a vacant lot than continue this joyride.
The Central Repository.
You know that's just a myth.
Most of the dimensions you describe would be myths in my world.
Control's got a point. No one can prove that it even exists.
What's the central repository? An intergalactic library?
You're not far from the truth. The central repository is believed to be an interdimensional black hole at the center of all existence, joining all dimensions together and greedily sucking in all the knowledge of the multiverse.
What the?
Internet search engine for dimensions.
And the story goes, you can query it for anything if you know how to ask.
Even if there was such a thing, isn't it a bit dangerous to get up close and personal with a black hole, interdimensional or otherwise?
Sure, they can be a bit touchy sometimes. You just have to know how to talk to them.
Black holes can talk?
You know, you have a very limited perspective on existence.
I have a 3-bedroom house floating in space.
Exactly.
And that certainly came in handy.
I'm still surprised we managed to hack this thing into something that resembles a ship, but I don't know why we didn't just replace the DE in our old one.
You mean the big, conspicuous interdimensional transport ship that every IDP agent in the multiverse was looking for? That ship?
Well, when you put it that way.
This was the perfect solution. Low profile and certainly not what pirate hunters would be expecting. We just need to make a few more improvements and it'll be good as new.
What improvements?
I think we can all agree that shields would be nice. I mean, speaking for those of us with arms and legs anyway.
You know, if we don't get the DE stabilized, you're all going to end up in a very uncomfortable place. Or perhaps several uncomfortable places, depending on the laws of physics you encounter.
There are power surges ripping through the entire system. Now what the hell was that? It sounded like a transporter.
Marty, that crazy girlfriend person is calling again.
Just send her to voicemail.
What's voicemail?
Marty, are you there? Who's that talking? And why are you sending me to voicemail? Like you saw with that other woman. I don't want to leave a message. I want to talk. I guess I could talk to voicemail, but it's not the same. And besides...
Listen, this isn't really a good time to...
Marty, look out! The DE just connected to the transporter and...
Marty, you're not Marty. Where am I? Isn't this Marty's new house? Who are you? And why are there sparks everywhere? And why does the living room wall look like outer space? And how did I get here? Am I dead? Did my phone explode because I refuse to pay those roaming charges? And where's Marty?
Who the hell?
There's actually a coherent thought in there somewhere. Where's Marty?
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 Is somebody going to tell me what's going on? What am I doing here? Who are all those voices? And where's Marty?
Hey, where am I?
Uh-oh. Did he just turn into a hologram and then disappear?
Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh? Fred? What the hell's going on? Did Marty transport back to you?
I'm sorry. There is no Marty here, or anywhere else that my instruments can detect for that matter. When the DE power surge hits the transporter, there seems to have been a malfunction.
You think?
So you're saying that Marty is dead?
No, not dead. Just,
Unavailable?
Indisposed?
Not at this number?
For full credits, a peek behind the scenes, and more, be sure to visit the Way Better Than Fingers home on ChristopherDuncan.com.